as I'm sitting here playing along with these songs and recording, every once in a while I think to myself, maybe I should have just stuck with a 7-string. But the more I play, the more I listen to music, if I had went with a 7-string, I know I would have regretted it and wanted one more string. I wanted an 8-string just so I can have that really heavy lower bass string. So yeah, for me, an 8-string was the way to go, because it just makes the riffs that I wrote years ago and the riffs that I write now just sound so much better. I would rather play these riffs that I write. I would rather play them on an 8-string in either D, A, rather than standard E, because it just sounds better when it's low. This was originally written in E. Just sounds better. It's funny too, when we writing these songs, I originally wrote a few songs in drop D tuning, which means you keep your guitar in standard E tuning and you drop the low E down to low D, one full step, which is drop D tuning, not D standard, but drop D tuning. And the other guitar player would not drop his low E string down to D. So I'm thinking, well, dude, when I'm playing these songs that I wrote in drop D tuning and I'm chugging on a D, what the hell are you gonna do? So he just says, oh, I'll just ride a bar chord or a standard chord D. It was okay, but it's like, dude, like, come on. If I'm gonna drop down to drop D tuning, why don't you drop down? He was too stubborn. He wouldn't do it. So as I'm playing in drop D tuning, he was just riding the D, and it's just like friggin' lazy. One chord, as I'm moving around the neck and playing all these different things, he's riding a D the entire goddamn song. I'm like, why don't you just put your guitar down and buy a goddamn bass? Friggin' lazy prick.